So, it's been a little while since we talked about internship game stuff, and for good reason. There's nothing really going on right now. I do want to still provide an update, so I'm going to try and be as like comprehensive today as I can. I do have some valuable stuff to say, so stick around until the end. But yeah, fundamentally, no new content because there's no new applications. But let me quickly go through a bit of a timeline of my internship game this year just to see, no, I guess to fill myself back into what we've done. So I started off obviously CV, cover letter review. That's the way it goes, and that was like the first two episodes basically. Episode 3 was me talking about applying to SMEs. So where did that take me? Basically nowhere. On the next page I've got here, yeah, like I applied to a few startups, but my mistake, I guess, more so than anything, was that I wanted to apply to startups as like a marketing or digital marketing promotional type of role, like a media type of role. And even though I feel like this channel should be proof enough that I've got some competency of like editing and making good content. Obviously I didn't get the role. I think most people that apply either have a history in media with like maybe A levels, or like maybe they're studying for media or film production or something in their degree, or maybe they are just like me with engineering or something, but they have a much more fulfilling portfolio. Because basically I just didn't get anything that I applied for. That was me. I guess I kind of thought, I do engineering, so I should be able to do marketing, but obviously, obviously not. I think the caveat is that I was applying to startups, and maybe if I apply for like a media role in like Google or something, they won't care as much. Maybe they're more likely to take me. But when it comes to startups, they're probably only employing. They probably only want one person, which means that one guy that they bring in has to be like the best of the best. Like you have to do the job well. You can't be. They haven't got time to train up around it, because you're going to be like the media manager, who was like all of the names of the roles have gone out of my head now, but it's literally like the manager. You're going to be working with like the leader, and it'll be a team of one or a team of two in a startup because there's not as many employees. So they haven't really got time or just effort to train up some random kid. You got to come in and hit the ground running and deliver results. So that's my bad. Maybe I should have applied for more like tech role. Well, not even tech. I'm not even that good at coding, so I'm in a difficult spot. So I didn't have much luck with SMEs, unfortunately. Episode 4, I talked about developing commercial awareness. That was probably one of my favorite videos to behind the scenes, like work on. But that's that. And then what else was there? There was one more. Talking Morgan Stanley applications with Realist KE. Shout out to Realist K. Shout out to Manuel. Shout out to Mo. Both great guys. That was a good video. I want to do more stuff like that, talk to more people, because obviously since I'm not applying, the least I can do is speak to people who are applying and get their perspectives on matters as well. So I'm going to try and do that in the coming weeks. But yeah, that's basically it as far as the past is concerned. But what I've got to say today and moving forward, as I said, I didn't get those startups that I applied for. I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I applied for the Engineering Leader Scholarship, which is run by the Royal Academy of Engineering, which is like a 5k grant. You get access to all these like crazy good resources. You could potentially get an internship at Rolls-Royce if you meet the relevant criteria. So it's actually a very good scholarship to apply for. They never told me why I didn't get it. I guess just a higher caliber of other people applying. But yeah, I didn't get that, which is quite sad. I also applied to Bristol Outstanding Award, which isn't actually like a scholarship or an internship at all, but it is an application that I sent off. That's still pending. The deadline was the 7th of March. Today's the 16th. This video's not going to come out until April. This is the April update. But, hopefully by the time you see this, maybe I'll add a little snippet in here to see, if I got it or not. But as of right now, it's still pending. And 2 events that I applied for that are really cool. I applied for, it's called Aspire by Target Jobs, and Diversity Inclusion event by Bright Network. I applied to both of those early this week. I got placed in both of those, I think yesterday, the day before. And those 2 events are taking place tomorrow, March 16th, and then on Friday, March 19th. So I'm looking forward to that. Pat myself in the back for getting those 2 offers. Even though, again, they're not internships or scholarships, they're still very, very great events. Hosted by 2 very, very interesting, very great social enterprises. I guess Target was more of a proper organization, whereas Bright Network is debatably more of like a social enterprise. But yeah, 2 great sets of people doing 2 great events. So I'm looking forward to attending those 2. I do recommend. I have this list of like resources that I kind of made for like not literally 16-year-olds, but I made half of it is for people that are a bit younger, and the other half is people who are like who are still studying. It's not by no means exhaustive. You know, it's a bunch of resources, but a bunch of like social enterprises, Instagram pages, events, websites that I thought were cool and had a lot of useful information on them, which I haven't even shared yet. I don't think through, you know, this medium of YouTube. But if you do want to see that, I'll put a link down below in the description. It's a Google Docs form. It's like not even Google Docs, Google Sheets. You know, like an Excel spreadsheet. It's just pretty long. It's probably like what 20 to 30 places on there. So it's actually pretty. It's kind of comprehensive, but by no means exhaustive. And I will put that down below for guys who want to use that. If you want to apply to any of those opportunities, or if you want to work with, or I don't know the terminology, but it's like you want to be an associate or a candidate with any of these companies, such as like SEO, Upreach, Rare, Bright Network, all these organizations that just do great stuff. You know, I'll put all the names and stuff down below if you want to check that out. And yeah, there's not really much else to say. Like I do want to have like a proper more comprehensive video, but there's not really much going on. It's March now. This video is going to be, this is my April update, because I don't plan on doing anything between the 16th of March, which is today, and April 4th, I think, when this video comes out, 3 weeks, whatever. So there's not really much else. Well, yeah, it is April 3rd. So there's not really much else to go off of, other than like, I hope you guys are going on well. One thing that I have noticed, that LinkedIn, at least in the financial services sector, is popping off right now in terms of employability prospects and jobs, internships, grad schemes. I think that comes on the back of, you know, the whole pandemic last year, because even though we're in like a recession, the economy is in a bit of a shambles. It's not really a banking issue. The banks, you know, the pandemic is more of like a biological, scientific thing that affected everyone in a way, but it's not like a banking crisis. It's not like the 2008 market crash, for example. So I think these guys see that there's money to be made. They haven't really been too badly hit by the circumstances. So my intuition tells me that they're just hiring like crazy right now to make up for that, you know, for the dip. And I guess as well as that, like maybe they don't trust their normal application processes as much at the moment, because all these students are just kind of like faking that, you know, exams are all scrapped or like just automatically pass or whatever. So maybe they're just doing more LinkedIn, you know, headhunting. Type below if you're interested type of things. Like I've seen a lot of that. I've been headhunted quite a bit this year. I actually need to apply. I said it's going to be valuable to some degree. I got a message by some headhunter. It wasn't a headhunter. I guess it was more like a promotional thing. But I got a message like, hey, I'm reaching out as PwC is holding a 3-day paid Black Talent virtual program with the opportunity to network. Deadline March 19th. So you guys aren't gonna. I'm not gonna. Okay, my bad. It's not going to be out in time, but as I say, there like literally are. I just literally just read out an opportunity that was just messaged to me on LinkedIn. So if you take anything away from this video, it's like make sure your LinkedIn account, if it's not like the best looking account, at least make sure it's active. Like you have a profile picture on there. Maybe you've commented on a post in the last week. Every now and then, just like do something so you're active, and that keeps you in the loop. Means you're likely to be messaged, even if it's not by a headhunter. It might be by like, you know, a random promotional thing going on like that, or it could just be any random thing that you might find online. Just keep the way I see it is like all these opportunities are kind of like rain, and like all these different social medias are like hats. You have like the Instagram hat to like collect some rain, the Twitter hat to collect some rain. LinkedIn is like a massive corporate hat. Like I'm getting emailed. It's a massive corporate hat. So you see these opportunities outside. Oh, I want to get some of that. Open the window, get your LinkedIn hat looking sharp, and just hang out the window, collect all these opportunities. You know, maybe there's like an umbrella, you know, a canopy over you, so you don't get as much rain as everyone else because your account's not popping like that. But at least put your hat in the ring. You know what I mean? So if you've taken anything away from that, just do that. Just, you know, make your LinkedIn look good. And otherwise, yeah, that's pretty much it. This is likely to be the final internship game contribution like this for this academic year, assuming that I make it to next year. But I do want to do some like more talky focused videos with guys who are also applying. So if you are watching this and you do want to chat about applications and internships, whatever, do let me know down below in the comments, or reach out on like Instagram, whatever. We'll get that sorted. But otherwise, yeah, I'm not applying to anything else. There's no more events going on. This April update is more like an April conclusion, because there's nothing else going on. But hopefully next academic year we'll hit the ground running from September. and get, bag a nice summer internship, assuming you make it to third year next year. But with all that said, I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I will talk to you in the next video. Peace.